Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Iden Versio, Rebel Defector. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, so yes, Rebel Defector, or, okay, I don't know much about this, I'm not going to lie. I've always said that before. I wasn't one to play the Battlefront games or any of that stuff. I want to, and I wish I did, but I'm behind. I got a lot of stuff to do, you know? But anyway, this is a thing, right? Is it? I mean, I'm going by... I'm so sorry, but I will be the first to admit that I don't know what I'm doing. And I'll be the first to admit that I could possibly be wrong. But anyway, I'm going by pictures that I found because I looked up Iden Versio and I found all these really cool images of her dressed like this. And it was the, you know, rebel defector type kind of thing. And so hopefully I'm not ruining it for anybody. I'm not spoilers, you know. But I could be 100% wrong in this, and again, I'll be the first to admit it. I think this is what happens, but again, forgive me if I'm wrong. I was dreaming when I wrote this. Forgive me if I'm sorry, and now I'm quoting Prince. But it was cool. This looked really cool, and I was like, ooh, I got to do that. I really like this version. I like this. I was trying to find a better word, but why? It's described perfectly. Rebel Defector. So anyway, yeah. Hopefully this is right. Hopefully this is a thing. If not, we're drawing some cosplay. You know, that's the best way to look at it. Maybe we're wrong, but we're drawing what someone dressed up like this would look like. So that's where we are. That's my explanation. I always put in the timing that this portion is for sketching and explaining, and that's what I'm explaining. That it's possible I could be wrong, and that's where we are. But anyway, I was looking at the games and all this stuff, and I kind of want to draw her father. I want to draw what is it, the Sentinel? You know, the Emperor thing. Oh my gosh, that thing looks so cool. But yeah, I couldn't pass up the chance to draw a cool character, you know. And that was the other thing too, is when I was researching her, I didn't know which version to do, because I wanted to draw her without her helmet, but I like that the trooper helmet on her, and I was like, man, that's too cool not to do. But it's almost like just drawing anybody. Like, I wanted you to see that it's her, so I kind of wanted to draw her without the helmet. So this was my answer. It's like, well, do both, you know, do the helmet version, and then I can draw this version without the helmet. So now I can draw her likeness. I can draw, what is that actress's name? I can't remember. Or I can try to draw her likeness. We all know, and I've said it many times, I can't draw likenesses. I'm not a good caricature artist, and one thing I can't do is make it look like the person. I can make it look like a cosplay person dressed up like this character. Sure, no problem. But I can't do likenesses. And that's okay. I'm fine with that. But I'm just explaining to you also why it's not going to look exactly like her. But that's how it goes. And if nothing else, I'm trying to draw a cosplay character. That's how I look at it. But also, let's talk about, and I talked about this in the other one, how awesome would it be if this actress was, like, they came back as Iden in like some series, you know? Ooh, oh, I'm going to talk about this again. I talked about this last time in a the Cal Kestis / Iden Versio crossover type kind of thing. Is it? No, it's not the same time, is it? No, that's 2 different times. Man, that's a shame. That is a shame. But anyway, my point is, these people are hired, like the actresses and the actor who played Cal Kestis, to, you know, portray these characters. And they do a damn good job. And so I'm of the mind of, they're already there. You are already paying these people to dress up like Star Wars people. You might as well just make the movie, you know, make the show. We've already shown you that we'd watch it. You know, with the success of The Mandalorian, should show you at least that we are willing to invest our time, money, and happiness into non-Skywalker shows. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Skywalker is done. I grew up with it, so I'm not jaded, I'm not angry, I'm not over it. I'm just saying it's time for new stuff. We've seen those stories, we've seen where they can go. It's time for new stuff. So I'm looking at some pictures of her to try to get it at least a little close. Because I always say that I'm okay with it not looking like her, but I want to try, you know, I want to try to make it look like the person. So I do look at pictures to try to see what I can do. But again, I'm fine with it being close. Or not even close. I'm fine with the cosplay version. It's not quite there. Something's off over here. I gotta figure out what it is. Whereas I think it's the hair. That'll work. So sorry if I got a little quiet there, but sometimes when I start to concentrate, I start to get quiet. You know what I want to try to do? I want to try to draw, what's that little robot that's with them? And you know, I think that's why I keep referring to Cal Kestis as well, is the little robot thing that he carries with him, and then she's got something too. Again, I know you're probably yelling at me. No, that's from this or that's from that. Meh. I'm good. I don't care if I'm wrong. I'm drawing what I want. Because remember, this is how I draw. Okay, I think that's good enough. Because again, if nothing else, I just drew a cosplay person, you know? So I'm okay with being a little wrong. Let me see what I can do about the... I'm looking at a whole bunch of different pictures too, like people that are cosplay people, and some like video game version of things. I don't know. I'm trying to get references to try to get as close as I possibly can, even though I can't because this doesn't exist. Okay, I think I'm good. I want to erase some of these sketch lines and I gotta leave myself enough to see where I'm going, but I want to erase enough that I want my Sharpie to stand out, not my pencil lines. So what I'm doing is I'm lightly erasing, and the first few lines I was putting down, those were my sketch lines. Those were placement, basically. And as I got more confident, I pressed harder, those were my confidence lines. So when I'm lightly erasing, I'm erasing the sketch lines, but keeping the confidence lines. And that's how you live your life. You get rid of your sketchiness and keep your confidence. I think that's enough. That's enough where I can see where I'm going, but it's not going to stand out over the Sharpie. So let's welcome everybody that skipped and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but a pen's a little finer than a fine point. You can find things that a fine point can't quite find. Sketch the entire thing out. I just caught that. And I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where I'm going to go. And if you want to see other Star Wars characters, check out this playlist, and check out the playlist in general, because a lot of times I might have already drawn exactly what you're looking for. So go there and see what you're going to do. I'm going to start off here with her eyes. So I've got her kind of, if this is looking right at you, I've got her turn just slightly like this. Just slightly, okay? So eyes turn slightly. So I'm going to draw her lids like this, just to see if I've got them going right. And it looks about right to me. So I'm going to keep going with that. Usually that's the first point. If that doesn't work, we don't move forward, for me. So I'm going to draw the retinas, the color part, like this. And then I'm going to try to hit it for the pupil in the center. But again, this is so tiny that there's only so much I can do. It's a little off, but I think I can fix it. For the bottom of the eye, I'm just going to kind of come in like that just a little bit, kind of imply there's an eye there. And I'm going to add like an eyelash, make it a little thicker up here, almost like a makeup, like a little cat eye. You know, just a little thicker, implied that it's a nice heavy eyelash. You know? All right. And see, that's what I'm saying. This is so tiny that it's already starting to bleed, so I got to be careful. For her eyebrow, I'm going to come over here, do this. That looks about good to me. And I'm gonna bring the brow actually down just a little bit like that, because usually I don't really draw the bridge of the nose because there is no hard edge. But as you're starting to turn, you will start to see like hard edges as a profile, you know, slightly and gradually. So I do a little bit like that just to kind of build up to it. Let's draw her nose. I'm going to draw, let's see if I can do this. Draw a nostril right there, a bulb, another nostril back there, and that's it. I want to draw more in there, but I'm going to do that with color, because like the bridge of the nose, there are no hard edges of the nose that I could define with the Sharpie. And I think anything else will just make it stand out. So I'm going to draw her mouth like that. I'm going to draw the lips and the bottom lip like this, and build off of this. Okay, so I'm going to draw her chin right about here. And also I'm going to start to thicken these lines up. So when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. So I try to match what's about to happen. You don't have to do that. I'm just explaining to you why I draw how I draw. Okay, so I'm going to draw her chin line, her jaw line, sorry. The side of her face like this. And I can see a little bit of her ear like that. And I'm going to part her hair on the side. I had it parted down the middle like the version from the Trooper suit, or TIE Fighter suit. Inferno Squad. Jeez, I can't think of words. But I'm going to part it on the side here, and that's just by these random pictures I found online. Go listen to the drawing portion. You're going to hear about my random pictures and whether this is valid and real or not. Okay, so I'm going to draw her other ear over here like this. And again, kind of thicken up some stuff just to hide a few things and make it work for myself. Find pictures of actually really her. Hang on. Just to try to do as much as I can to try to make it look decent, you know? Okay. Then her other line is coming like this. Her other line, her neckline's back here like this. Her hair is kind of back in the ponytail type thing, right? But like I said, I'm gonna have her hair parted a little bit. I kind of found this one picture, and again, it looks like it's computer generated, like it's from a game or something. I don't know, Battlefront maybe. And I like it parted on the side, so I'm gonna do that. Just kind of going back. As opposed to just down the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and give her a hairline like this. Because it's a black edge, I am going to go ahead and make it thick, like a hard edge. As opposed to blonde, I would just kind of bleed into the color right there. So yeah, something like that. I like that. I'm going to kind of bump it a little bit just to say that it's not perfectly flat. You know, it's hair. So there's going to be some imperfections. Like that. That's not bad. That's not bad. I can live with that. Okay, so again, let me just try to thicken up a few things just to make it consistent. Ear, but you can't really see much of it. Hairline going down. Okay, so now I'm switching over. Okay, so I'm going to finish up her hairline, her neckline, like this. And see how thick that is? That's what I'm talking about. That's why I wanted to try to match and get that, not as thick, but close to it, to make it consistent. You know, just so it doesn't look off. Okay, so I'm going to draw her shirt line like this, and then her buckle backpack thing. I don't know what it is. To her shoulder right there. Now, let me go ahead and do these. Her little what do you call this? Like shoulder straps. Because it's holding something, right? I'm not just making this up. I mean, it looks cool, but it's for a purpose, right? All right, let me attach it a little bit or define a few things. And I wanted to do that with a smaller Sharpie just to accent and complement the other portions on this. You know, because there's so much that's thick that when I do smaller lines like this, it's a nice complement to all these thick lines. Something like that, okay? Ooh, and let's do this. Since we're here, let's go ahead and just, since we're talking about compliments, just add a little thin line under there to her shirt, just to give it some life, you know, just to give it a little bit of oomph, you know? Let's see. And I'm going through a lot of cosplay and video game looks and stuff like that. And let's see, you know, just to try to make it look as close as I can to what I was going for. All right, so I'm gonna have her just standing there holding her gun, and then I'm gonna try to draw the little robot man. I'm gonna remember to do that, I hope. Let's see. So just a shirt, holding a gun, yeah, okay. So sleeves, you can do your shoulder. like this, down to her elbow. And let's do this one too. And then her arm is bent. We're going to go ahead and close her sleeve off because her shirt's folded up under her arm. Down to her wrist. And does she have gloves? Yes, she does. Holding her gun, finger out. Like that. Let's add some detail real quick before we keep moving on. Again, it's cloth, so I like adding a little stress line. Especially since she has her sleeve rolled up. It's like all pushed back and stressed up right there. I think that's going to be good. We'll do that for a shirt line. Oh, knuckles. So, that's all we're really going to see because they're wrapped around like holding the gun. And so, what we can maybe do, because this is such a negative space, maybe we'll do like a little, a couple of stress lines like that. It's going to be colored in black anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. But, yeah, it's pretty much just going to be unseen. Alright, so let me try to find a picture of the gun so I can get as close as possible. Yeah, that'll work. Because she's going to be holding it out in front of her, so the back of it, coming back like this, and that's the big center piston piece. Old Piston Pete. It's E11, is that what it is? Yeah, this is the E11. The DL44 is Han Solo's. Those are the numbers that are embedded in my brain from being obsessed with Star Wars. Does anybody have an E11? Like not a cosplay, but a replica? And I would like to get one. Maybe one day I will. Okay. So this hand is hanging down, holding the bottom of the barrel. So I need to position the hands. And I can draw the gun to about right there. And then I gotta draw the fingers, and then I can reconnect. So the pinky is the furthest one down, like this. And the other fingers wrapped around like this, and the index finger, because it's kind of like this, so the index finger is a little bit further out because it's also about the way her hand is pushed down as well. That's why we're also kind of like leaning down to the position. Now I can go ahead and finish this up. We're going to say the thumb is over it like this, and there's the end of the barrel, something like that. Okay, it got a little messy because we're working with such a big Sharpie, but I want you to be able to just grab what you have lying around the house. You know, I don't want you to go and buy a whole bunch of expensive supplies. Just look what's in your drawer, grab a Sharpie, and let's draw. You know, that's my philosophy. So sometimes it gets a little thick whenever I'm drawing small details like this, so I apologize for the jumbledness of it there, but it's kind of like what I say with fingers, with hands. It's like, you know what, it's okay, because the overall picture is a different story. You're gonna look at it and go, okay, I get it. You're not gonna look at that and go, well, what is that? You know? So I apologize, but I also don't apologize. Okay? So let's draw her. Let's see. We draw her chest here. So that means we're gonna draw her breast like this, and into her stomach like that, and then I can draw her arm, or what you can see right here. And again, that's all you can really see because the rest of it is pretty much hanging behind the gun like that. So see, it's just kind of like what you can and can't see, and that's also why you do some good planning to, you know, show what's visible. Okay, so Her shirt is all tucked in and tied into here, so we're going to say that it's tied like this, like that, and then we're going to have just some different pieces of cloth just kind of hanging down. And I'm not going to do all the ones with this, the folds with this Sharpie. I wanted to do some small ones just to show that it's all wrapped up in itself, you know? And it's almost like you can't really draw everything. I mean, we should, but like this, it's going to get a little too jumbled, but it will get the point across, you know? Okay, so from there, let's see, let me find a better picture of like the stuff hanging down kind of thing. Those old straps that make no sense in Star Wars, but it's cool, you know? So it's coming down here like this, right? And she does have a belt underneath all this, so I'm gonna do something like that and then hang these little pieces off like that. If anybody knows what these are, let me know. I don't know specifics, I just know what I'm seeing. But I do know that that's a DL11. And I'm just claiming I don't know specifics. I haven't educated myself enough, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's draw her legs a little bit, then I'll draw the little things hanging down. So, because the material's all tied up right there, the rest of it's coming down here, and so we're going to say the crotch is right around there. Coming into this leg. So that is going to put it right there. So this strap I'm going to hang down like this, put a buckle in there, go ahead and hang it down over here like this. Okay, and let's go ahead and continue the leg so we see where we are. Here's the boot. Like that. So I wanted to do it like that so I can continue that because I wanted this hanging above it. Because again, these straps make no sense. They were made for costume reasons. And even this costume, I want to say, is because it was based on the Doctor Who things. You know, the Doctor Who costumes that they got, like Bosk and whatnot, that had these kind of straps and stuff hanging on. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where that came from. All right, we'll draw the buckle inside there like that. Just to give it some detail. Let's give this a little edge like this. Again, just to break up the negative space of it just sitting there. Okay, so same thing, we're gonna do the same thing over on this leg, but this one has the, like the little Bosk charger things. I don't know what they are. So, I'm gonna go ahead and draw the strap hanging down. Then I can draw the leg into the knee, but this is going to go into that little thing. Okay, so there. I'm just defining a few edges and then I can build off of it. Same thing, just gonna kind of work on those. The buckle I put down here, I mixed it up a little bit. You know, I tried to change it up so it's not exactly the same every single time. Okay. I like adding a lot of creases into material because it just kind of makes it come alive. It makes it look like it's used. You know, it's not a piece of armor, it's cloth. So I like that we give it some life. And I don't know what these are. I just know they look cool and they're attached to the boot, that kind of thing. Okay, cool. And that's it. Oh, no, we still got to do the robot. Let me finish up the boots and then we'll do the little robot thing. Okay, so coming down here for this. Down to the shoe. Boot. This was more pointed at you, so it's kind of a flat view. This one's off to the side. I'll go ahead and draw them, and then we'll add detail. Something like that. Looking good, looking good. And for the boots, there's not much we can really do because it's just a boot, you know, almost like a cowboy boot. You know, it's just stress on the joints. And that's pretty much it. So now I want to concentrate on the little robot guy. Let me try to find a good picture of him real fast. I thought I saw one from the game. There you go. That one's good. That one's good. So let me see if I can do this. I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm not too worried about how perfect it is. I say that, then I'm sitting here like, oh, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. Trying to get it just perfect. But again, it doesn't matter. You know? It's the fun of it. That's what matters. Plus, I'm drawing with the big Sharpie like I just told you before I shouldn't be doing. So let me switch over. But I got most of it. I got a majority of it down. So now I can add little parts. Here. There you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Iden Versio, Rebel Defector. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.